Well, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Here I am. I am here in my new house, and obviously there's not a lot of exciting things going on behind me, but I promise you that will all change once we get a few things more unpacked. If I took a camera around, you can see there's boxes still there. Look, boxes, 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 and there's everything thus far. Just kind of showing you. I'm doing this off of my laptop today. Just makes it a little bit easier. Hi, Sherry. I see people. Hey, thanks for joining. Come on in. Let's talk. So a couple of things. One is it's time to get back to school. Back to school in North Carolina happens about mid-August, and August is just around the corner. As a matter of fact, somebody in my feed said, hey, I just saw Christmas decorations at my local Walmart. Come on, people. It's July. It's still July. So that's insane. Hi, Marianne. And there's Tracy, too. Hey, guys. It's so good to see you. Hi, Marianne. You are so sweet. I am so, you can see the frizz is back. This is, the humidity and everything, but my skin feels so much better here. And I think it looks better as a matter of fact. But anyway, I'm here and I'm happy, and that's all that matters. But a couple of things I wanted to do. And first of all, for those of you who have kids at home and are going to get back into the swing of things shortly, it's time to go back to school. So get your menus ordered, go to Dinner Answers and get your menus ordered and start right. Because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be in those trenches. We've all been there. We've all done that. Hi, Terry. Good to see you. Thank you. Welcome to my new home. I'm so thrilled to be here. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. But I just wanted to tell people that, as we get ready for this, I really, get ready to going back to school. I really wanted to make people aware that one of the biggest things that's going to have an impact on you and your family to make sure that they're eating well and they're fueled for all of their activities is getting your menus. So Dinner Answers is the thing to do. SavingDinner.com. Go right there to Dinner Answers and get that. And by the way, please share this video. I want to start getting this out, and I'm going to start coming on 1 o'clock every single day at lunchtime because I'm breaking my fast. I'm going to explain that in just a minute. And I'm going to give away, these are little Saving Dinner books. Now, this little book, this is what they call a mask paperback, mass copies. And this was done under contract. I believe it was with CVS or one of those big, pharmacy companies. This is way back when Saving Dinner was first published. Now, I'm just going to give you a quick lesson. There's hard copies. There's trade paper, which if I had one, I show you. My regular Saving Dinner book is a trade paper, and this is what they call mass paperback. Mass paperback means that they're super cheap to make, and there's, the cover's just a little bit glossy, but it's not the same quality that you're going to get in a trade paperback, which all my other books are trade paperbacks. So if you've got my books, then you know that. Well, I happen to have a bunch of these. Every time your publisher does a new run of a book or changes something up on the book like they did with this and did it with a mass paperback, they send you 25 copies or 50 copies or whatever. Well, this was back in, let's find out when this was. I think this was in 2005 is when they did this. Well, the first one came out in 2003, but in 2005, this went out, and I've got 8 of these left. I am going to give 8 of these copies away for free. What it's going to come down to is I am going to see who shares Saving Dinner. If you share Saving Dinner on Facebook for the next 8 weeks, I'm going to be giving this out. So share, share, share. I can see who shares. So when I see a shared comment, I always go to see and just make sure that it's visible so I can see that you shared Saving Dinner. Because I mean, this is your handbook, right? For getting dinner on the table fast, people. I don't know what else to tell you about that. That's the way to see. That's the way to do it. There's Sherry from Texas and D. D I am living in Brevard, North Carolina. I am 10 minutes away from Marla Silly, who is the Fly Lady, if you know her, and we are doing some stuff together. And it's just, you know, there's nothing like being close to your best friend. We've gotten together for dinner several times, and it's just, you know, my heart is full. What can I tell you? It makes me a little teary. I swear I picked that up from her. But it's so fun to be close to your best friend and be able to talk to each other on a regular basis. So, you know, it's been great. The other thing is, okay, I have some news and I just want to share this with you and, you know, take it for what it will. This upset me today too. So I had a big cry fest today. And thank you for the love in the hearts, because the love in the hearts I need right now. I had 5 days where my shopping cart was down. Here's what happened. We have plugins. This is what happens with a WordPress. You get plugins and they expired and I didn't see it. You know, I've been in the midst of, I showed you all my stuff everywhere. The plugins expired and things didn't go through. And we had a guy who is our, he basically hosts our cart on his server. I mean, our site on his server. And he said, oh, well, they don't need those plugins anymore, and just took them out. This is what I meant with my post on my personal page. And I said, patriarchy is alive and well, because I swear to you, and I am not that kind of a feminist. I am a feminist at heart. I think we all are, right? If we believe in women's rights. But this just got to my last nerve. And tell me if you agree. If you agree with this, send me some hearts. So here's what happened. He said they don't need those anymore, even though I have somebody who's very qualified, who takes care of everything and puts the, you know, manages the plugins and what have you. Instead of asking her, you know what he did? He uninstalled them, which completely disabled my shopping cart for 5 days. And we need that income, people. We have a staff that we need to pay. We have, you know, and then he went and had the audacity to send me his bill. And I'm telling you all of this because I am still so crazy angry about it. But I just think that, can you believe that? Can you believe that? So that's why I say patriarchy is alive and well, because had this been a man-owned website, had this been a man doing the tech on our site, I think he would have asked permission before taking those plugins out. But because it wasn't, they just got taken out, and we lost 5 days in sales. Anyway, so go buy something from me. I don't care what, just go buy something from me and help me recoup this. So, as many of you know, Hot Melt is one of our big things, and the Hot Melt is our keto answer to what's going on in the keto world today. And the keto world is just a little bit crazy town sometimes. I love that you're using your fat as your fuel, but I also don't like some of the junk that's due, and the overdose of cheese can be problematic. So, but the intermittent fasting part, that stuff is great. And I have just now made the decision. I'm done messing around. I am transitioning into 2 meals a day because I need to, and because I've lost 10 pounds, which I'm very pleased about, but I need to lose the rest of what I gained back, which is just, ridiculous. But when you gain weight back, you just got to go take care of business again. And what is something that you can do forever? Something you can do forever is just to delay what you're going to be eating and just change the window. You're changing your window. So you're sleeping for 8 hours, you're fasting for 8 or 6 or whatever. And I'm doing it right now for 6. So I am, usually up around 6, and I'm eating at, well, a little bit later than that. But this is my smoothie. And what I've done with this smoothie is it's delicious. It's perfect paleo protein. And I have chocolate, and then I added extra powdered cacao into it, and some peach and ice, and almond milk, obviously, and fiber mender, and all the other stuff. But I will tell you how delicious this is. And this is going to keep me full till dinner, which I love. And this is how I'm going to break my fast every single day. I did have, because I started getting hungry, I did have a cup of bone broth while I was going through this. It was just crazy town. I was just like, hungry, so I decided to go through it. Hey, there's Liz. I see Liz and Diana. Yay! Diana and Luana shared. Thanks for sharing. Share this, win this. It's that easy. We're going to do a book a week. Share the video, win it. Okay? This is great. And here's Jody. I'm so proud of Jody. She's lost so much weight and looks fabulous. Good for you, Jody. I'm going to give you total props on that. And look at Melissa. How good to see you. All these people. I feel like it's like watching Romper Room. Julie, Willow. Hi, Willow. And Terry, Beth. Yay. So good to have you all here. So here's I want to talk about this, how simple it is to intermittently fast. And especially for women over a certain age, to kind of get their groove back, to kind of get back into that fat burning mode. Because, you know, what we used to do doesn't work anymore. We keep trying to do the same thing and going, why isn't it working? I'm going low carb. I don't understand this. Well, here's the thing. Your body is constantly changing. You're never in the same place, and you're never in limbo. You're never in limbo. It's never like you're just sitting there, you know, suspended in thin air. Something's going on. So what I like is anti-inflammatory everything. Anti-inflammatory everything. Keep the dairy to a minimum if you can. And if you're going to use dairy, like I said, keep it to a minimum. Here's something you can do. Make sure that that cheese is aged for 120 days. 120 days means that most of the lactose is gone. Poof, just like that. The process of it dissipates. The casein is still left, which is also is a milk protein, but most people have the lactose intolerance. It's not so much the casein. However, if you have both, you know what the deal is. You just can't do it. You have to get rid of it. So, Tracy, thanks for sharing. Yeah, Abigail's going, chocolate. I mean, let's say this. If you love chocolate, our chocolate, Perfect Paleo Protein, is off the charts. Now, I like so much chocolate. I like chocolate so that it tastes like fudge, so that it tastes like a shake that you would get at, you know, a fast food place. That's what adding that extra chocolate does. It just makes it go zing. And the other thing I like is it's not too sweet, but the chocolate is just really intense and delicious. So if you like chocolate like that, that's the way to go. And what I did for the fat, now remember, what are the three? Let's see who can name the 3 things that you need in every single smoothie that you make. There's 3 things. I'll give you a hint. The first one's protein. Always got to have the protein. The protein is what, you know, women especially over the age of 50, we need more protein. We need to add just another ounce or another 2 ounces, unless you're doing keto, and then that's, you know, game changes. But we need just a little extra protein. What's the other thing that we need? Come on, you guys, you've got this. Okay, Abigail's saying whey protein. I say no to whey protein because that's dairy. And for me, that just means acne and rosacea. So what I have is Perfect Paleo Protein. It's collagen. It's 100% collagen. It's 100% dairy-free, but it tastes just like whey. Mary Ann, look at you. Okay, Mary Ann Evans. I love Mary Ann. Mary Ann's with my Take Back Your Body group. She is fantastic, and she's doing 20 and 4. Okay, that's her intermittent fasting. So she is fasting for 20 hours. That means that, you know, good portion of that is spent sleeping, and then she takes the remaining like 12 hours or whatever and just fasts. And for a lot of us, we're just not even that hungry. You have to train yourself into that. And I'm going to say, Marianne, I'm going to bet you trained yourself to get into that. So you're doing 20 hours. I'm going to bet that you started at maybe 16. So I'm at 16. And think about it this way: 8 hours sleeping, 8 hours fasting, and then an 8-hour window to eat. Easy. So you could, it's just think about how simple that is. And you just, that fasting makes all the difference in the world. Here's a couple of things that it does. And I'm going to repeat myself. And I don't think you mind. Leptin and ghrelin, the 2 hunger hormones that you have to get under control if you want to control your appetite and you're not always gritting your teeth and hating your life, okay? Ghrelin is the gremlin that makes you growl, makes your stomach growl. Just think about that. Ghrelin, growl. Ghrelin makes your stomach growl. It makes you hungry, makes you go after things. So that's ghrelin. Leptin says, hey, guess what? Stop eating, you're full. So those two things, when they are under control, they work in your favor. But there's a couple of things you need to do. One is find your hunger. That's what fasting is for. Find your hunger so you know that you're really hungry and it's not just, you know, emotional falderock. Because I mean, that's what we do, right? We go a little bit crazy. There's Cicely. Oh, Marlene's got it. Fiber. Yes, fiber is one of the other ones. Fiber is one of the other ones. Let's see. Fiber Mender, Just Juice Greens, Just Juice Reds. Yep, all those things. Abigail says bread. No, not bread. Fiber and fat. So I didn't have any avocado. Well, I do have avocado, but avocado is really expensive in North Carolina. So I'm saving it. I just added a little MCT oil. Protein, fat, and fiber. All three of those work together to make your stomach full, and it gives you the opportunity to step away from the food, which I think is fantastic, especially when you break your fast. Listen to me for a minute. When you break your fast and you encounter that fast, that broken fast, we could call it breakfast if you want, but when you encounter your broken fast and you're doing it with high density nutrient stuff like this smoothie with the correct amount of protein, the correct amount of fiber, and the correct amount of fat, do you know what happens? You're satiated and you've taken leptin and ghrelin by the horns and you've got them under your control. When that happens, your appetite gets corrected. This is how you fix a broken metabolism. And I'm all about fixing that broken metabolism. So, Marianne Evans, I am inspired by you today. And I love that you've got your eating window down to just 4 hours. I think that's fantastic. And the stories about intermittent fasting and being able to lose weight, I think are fantastic. Now, there is a book, and I've got it on my shelf. It is called, I'm going to tell you about it in a second. It's called Delay, Don't Deny, and it's about an intermittent fasting. And this woman, her whole premise is that she doesn't deny herself anything. She eats whatever she wants. Now, the only thing she does is in a small eating window, and how intermittent fasting worked for her, etc. So that's cool. Now, I want to give you a caveat to that, though. Here's the caveat. That doesn't always work for some people. For some people, that's going down a very slippery slope. It's like handing an alcoholic a bottle of vodka. You know, it's just like, it's a free-for-all suddenly. Okay, so in 4 hours, to use Marianne's eating window, in 4 hours, you just sit down there and just stuff as much as you can. For those of us who have had questionable amounts of eating in the past and have maybe pigged out on stuff or have been binge eaters or closet eaters or, you know, whatever. I think I've told the story, and it's in Body Clutter, about, you know, the chocolate addiction that I had. So this is kind of, I keep this as my chocolate addiction. I find that when I start eating other chocolate, it puts me back into that place of being, you know, 25 years ago, of eating chocolate M&Ms in the front seat of my car before I got home from the grocery store and the kids didn't see. So many M&Ms that the roof of my mouth would get scratched up and almost bleed. I mean, and I couldn't even taste anything anymore. And that's when you know you've got a problem. So I think it's really critical that we acknowledge our areas of weakness. And instead of saying, well, the book said, you know, we have to acknowledge who we are and not what anyone's book said. Not my books, not Marla Silly's books, not anyone's books. You need to be in charge of you and your nutritional needs and what works best for you. I cannot do that for you. I can say, hey, this works for me, but it might be all wrong for you. I might say, hey, this works for me, but you can't have that additional shot of chocolate in there because it triggers something in you. We have to know ourselves. So I say that with a big, you know, bottle of caveat sauce. Oh, there we go. Hey, Christine. Good. She just jumped in. Yes. Yes. Terry is delay, don't deny. There is a great concept in there in that for those who don't have issues of eating just one or whatever without it triggering them into something else, then it's great. And I like that idea. I like the idea of being able to, go to a restaurant and not be constantly thinking, well, I got to eat this because it's anti-inflammatory, which is something we need to do. And I will say again, too, that if we can get to the place of understanding that the treats that we like so much are sometimes more of a threat than a treat because it threatens our health, and we have to be mindful of that. And remember, our blood tests tell the story of where we are. And that's what we need to be looking at is what is our blood test saying? I mean, if we have blood tests that are saying you've got inflammation everywhere, your CR1, your creatine is up, everything, all your tests are up, then guess what? Start paying attention to eat according to your blood test, not your blood type. Eat according to your blood test. If you need an anti-inflammatory diet, well, then you know what to do. You need to get more greens in, and every day needs to be kind of a study of mindful eating. And when we can study and be mindful and get green in at every turn, then we can start feeling better. I like that idea. I like the idea of feeling better. I like the idea of easy weight loss that you can just kind of put under, you don't have to follow anything per se, but just a couple of things to keep things going. I love that. Christine said, hello. Christine said she used my turkey recipe last Thanksgiving. Yay! It's the best turkey recipe in the world, I have to say. Cicely said, if I eat enough food during the day, I don't have wolf hunger at night. That's an important thing because, for some of us, we have to break some habits, right? We have to break some habits. We have to break some habits of just sitting mindlessly in front of the TV, just, doing one of those. I mean, it's easy to do with popcorn. How many times have you gone to the movies with a thing of popcorn and just ate the popcorn? Even though, and I have done this, I'm going to tell you, this is a true confession. My popcorn confessional, true confession. Been to the movies. We've had that tub of popcorn that's, as big as a wash tub. And I've said to Mark these are my exact words. This popcorn's not even that good. It's too salty. It's too this, it's too that. It's not even that good. Did it stop me? No, I just kept eating it. And those are just some dumb things those are some dumb things that I do. And if that's you, raise your hand and let me know. Have you been in that position before where you said it's not even that good and you just ate it anyway? Anyway, if that's been you, give me some likes, give me some thumbs up all the way. I don't profess to have everything perfectly under control. I know what to do. I have the privilege of being a nutritionist for all these years, and I understand how all this stuff works. But we do stupid things, and the brain is not connected to with what we know is the best thing to do. And so I'm just confessing that right now, right here and now, that that's just the dumbest thing in the world. So I am making intentions and goals and putting this out there right now that I am going to continue on at least 8 hours of fasting, 8 hours of sleeping, and an 8-hour window. I'm probably going to try to bring mine down. I'm super envious of Marianne's fasting window. I'm going to try to bring it down a little bit just because I know I can do that. But right now, this is what's comfortable for me. So just remember that, as we're looking at Marianne and admiring her fasting window, that you need to start somewhere. And if you haven't started intermittently fasting, it's really good for women. It's really good for women. It helps you to balance your hormones a little bit better, even if we have hormones that are running on empty. It really helps with the hot flashes, by the way, just letting you know. That's one. And then two, it also helps with how many calories you're taking in. And especially if you do this mindfully, back to mindfulness again, and you start doing this mindfully, guess what happens? Things start to change. Your appetite starts to change, your metabolism starts to change, and you can reset your set point weight. Set point weight is something I'm studying hard right now because it is a bear to get past. It is a bear to get past, especially if you're over the age of 50, and don't even get me started on over the age of 60 because some of us live there, okay? Christine's asking, so eat only during an 8-hour window? Curious. Yes, only an 8-hour window. So the restrictions that you're doing are the restrictions of the time that you're eating. So for me, just like from 12 to 8 today, I can eat, right? But I'm going to probably do it in less time because I made this smoothie probably, it's sitting here. It's starting to gel up from the fiber mender. I love that stuff, by the way. It's like, I'm just going to TMI here, folks, but if you're not regular or it's just not the way it should be, if you know what I'm talking about first thing in the morning, fiber mender will be your very best friend. It's amazing stuff. Yes, so just eat during an 8-hour window in a mindful way and see what happens. So with Marianne, I'm going to bet Marianne is only doing 2 meals a day. I don't know. She hasn't piped up yet. But yeah, it's Shirley has hot flashes. Fiber mender, Christine. Fiber mender. If you go to savingdinner.com, just go over to the shop and just click on the supplements. Take a look at all of our supplements. We're getting low on vanilla. We have tons of perfect paleo protein right now. We've got the unflavored, we've got the chocolate galore right now. The vanilla's getting short and they're having some vanilla issues. I don't know. I'm going to talk to the distributor today. A fiber mender, this is a fantastic thing. It's made from the konjac root, and konjac has the ability to go from here to here. It grows like crazy. It grows to like 200 times the size. So when you get your fiber mender and you're taking out this itty bitty tiny little scoopy whoop that's just ridiculously small, just understand that it's going to swell in your stomach. And when it swells in your stomach, first of all, it's going to make you satiated and feel better and help to really hold you. And the second part about it is too, it's going to go through and just pull all kinds of stuff that's in your intestinal tract and bring it out the other end. And you'll believe me, you poop like a queen. Oh, and I forgot my tiara next time. But you'll poop like a queen, and pooping like a queen is something we all want to do, right? So anyway, I'm going to let you all go. It's been quite a day. Don't forget, we're giving one of these away a week. All you have to do is share our Facebook content, our Facebook Lives. I will be coming to you every day, I promise, and talking to you a little bit. And we'll go over supplements. And if you have questions about any kind of nutritional anything and you want an answer to it, I will do questions every Friday on the air live. But you need to send them in ahead of time because I can't usually watch all of this because it's super distracting. I do like to say hi though. But if you want to do that, all you have to do is send it support@savingdinner.com. Any nutritional question you have, any supplement question you have, and I will answer it live on Fridays. Okay? Friday is going to be Q&A time. I love this. All right, so that's what I've got going on. Go to the shop, go shopping and get your supplements ordered, and we will get them out to you right away. Start breaking your fast with something really, really good that will change the way you eat. How about that? And change everything and change the number on the scale. That's what I'm looking forward to. So this book is going out next week at this time. Next Monday, I will announce who won the book. All you have to do is share this video to all your friends. And don't forget to go to savingdinner.com. Let's start the year off right. If it's back to school for you and you need to get back into a routine, you know what to do. Go get Dinner Answers. It will help you get however it is that your family eats. We will help you out with that. And if you're having questions about any of the supplements, every single supplement that you see on my cart, on my website, every single one is all pharmaceutical grade. It's all been done according to what our bodies need. And I personally use each and every one. We have like only 12, 15 of them. I don't even remember how many. But these supplements, I put my 100% guarantee behind. So go check them out. I think you'll really like them. And they last forever. Share. Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.